Now, student of class 10th, once again we are here and we are going to discuss about the chapter which is going on motion and straight line and the topic velocity and speed. In the previous video we had learned about the distance, displacement, scalar, vector and also about velocity and speed. But in this video I am going to start once again. Few confusions are there, so this is the video for that. Now, what is velocity and speed? The very important point is velocity and speed में velocity is a vector quantity and speed is a scalar quantity. So velocity is the displacement per unit time. Velocity is equal to displacement upon time, and it describes motion with both direction and numerical value. Means magnitude के साथ साथ direction की ज़रूरत भी है. We cannot only use magnitude to describe velocity. We have to use direction with numerical value to explain velocity, and it is a vector quantity. Speed, it is the distance covered per unit time. It has no direction, it has only magnitude, and therefore it is a scalar quantity. So its velocity is a vector and speed is a scalar. This is very important, and we can use the unit meter per second or kilometer per hour according to the given dimensions. Now, what is type of speed? If we see, when there is no motion, we can say that body is in rest. Instantaneous means the current speed of an object at a point of time, means when there is no time difference, and if we are seeing the speed, that is the current speed, or we can say instantaneous speed, means when we are running our bike, car or any other vehicle, and if we see the speedometer which is in the vehicle at the particular time, what the speed is showing by the speedometer, that is the instantaneous speed. Now, what is average? Average, also known as mean, means total distance traveled and what the total time is taken. That is the way to find the average movement or average speed. So total distance traveled and what the total time is taken to cover that distance. If you divide it, you will get the average speed. And speed is uniform and non-uniform also. If the equal distance covers in equal interval of time, it is called uniform speed, and if the unequal distance covers in equal interval of time, it is called non-uniform speed. Means whenever you are going with your bike or car in a crowded area, your speed is non-uniform. Means you have to change your speed regularly. You have to stop your car, you have to stop your bike, and if the road is clear, you have to increase the speed. Means you are not running with a constant speed, you have to change your speed. That is called non-uniform speed or non-uniform motion. Similarly, the type of velocity is also, velocity is the rate of change in distance or rate of change of displacement per unit time with a specific direction. Means distance के साथ अगर हम specific direction बता रहे हैं, so that is a displacement, and we can say the rate of change of displacement is also known as velocity. Velocity also had the following condition: rest, if it is not moving, if the body is not moving, if the body start from rest, we see the numerical there is written the car is start from rest, means the initial velocity of the car is 0. Average velocity, the total displacement divided by the time interval during which the displacement occurred. By this we can find the average velocity. And what is instantaneous velocity? It is the velocity of a body at a given instant of time. किसी particular time instant पर जो velocity होगी body की, उसको हम बोलते हैं instantaneous velocity. I'm telling it twice, thrice, because this is a very new for you all, that what is instantaneous. So it is very important to understand what is the instantaneous velocity at the particular time. Means there is no time difference. As we are using this relation, V average is equal to delta x upon delta t. So what is delta? Delta is a difference. The triangle, the symbol triangle is used for delta, means difference. Means xf minus xi, f for final and I for initial. Means what is the final position and the initial position. If you subtract it, you will get the displacement, and similarly what is the final time and what is the initial time. If you subtract it, you will get the time interval. So this is the way how to find the average velocity. But in the case of instantaneous velocity के केस में जो difference है वो लगभग 0 के बराबर होता है, मीन्स देर इज नो टाइम इंटरवल बिटवीन द टू टाइम्स. So at that time what we are seeing the velocity, that is called instantaneous velocity. Now how to represent the instantaneous velocity? See, this is a symbol. We have written limit, lim limit, and delta t approaches to 0, delta s upon delta t. Now it is written in the form of derivative. Limit delta t approaches to 0, delta s upon delta t, it can be equal to dx by dt. This is in the form of derivative. So this is the rate of change of displacement with respect to time. So instantaneous velocity of an object can be obtained by taking the slope of the graph, slope of the position component versus time at the point associated with that moment in time. किसी particular time पर जो हमारा ग्राफ है, जो स्लोप है, जिस पॉइंट को टच कर रहा है, उस पॉइंट पर, उस टाइम पर हमारा जो स्पीड है वो इंस्टेंटेनियस है. The instantaneous velocity can be obtained by taking a derivative with respect to time of the object position, means dx by dt, or we can say limit delta t approaches to 0, delta s upon delta t is equal to instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous speed, which is typically called simply speed, and it's just the magnitude of the instantaneous velocity vector. Means speed is a scalar quantity, so what is the value of instantaneous velocity? That is the speed. Now if you see the graph, how can we represent, how can we interpret the velocity graph? Suppose this is a position time graph of object 1, 2 and 3. If you see for the object 1, it is a straight line, the slope is positive. If you see the object for the object 2, it is a line parallel to time axis, and if you see the object 3, it is a negative slope downward, means as the time is increasing, the position of the body is decreasing, means it is coming towards the origin. So for any position time graph, we can determine the average velocity by drawing the straight line between any 2 point on the graph. किसी भी velocity time graph पे या position time graph के लिए, if you have to find the average velocity, you simply find the slope. You take the 2 point and you just find the slope of the given graph, position time graph, you will find the average velocity. And if the velocity is constant, if the velocity is not changing, then you find the graph in a straight line. As in the object 2, you see the line is a straight, and if the slope, we have to find the slope is a straight line, it is indicate the velocity. So for object 1, positive slope means positive velocity, object 2, 0 slope means 0 velocity, and object 3 is negative slope, means body is returning to the origin. Means if the body, suppose the body is going from A to B, so we are taking the velocity positive, but if the body is returning from B to A, we are taking the velocity negative. Negative velocity doesn't mean that the value is below 0. Negative velocity means the body has changed its direction. Now if the velocity time graph, if we see for the position, and if we are getting a curve, so how to find the instantaneous? When we draw the line and the line is touching the graph at any point, if we draw the line perpendicular to that, so we'll get the time at that particular time, that is the velocity of the graph, means we are talking about instantaneous velocity. So the instantaneous velocity is the velocity of an object at some instant or a specific point in the object path. And the instantaneous velocity at a given time can be determined by measuring the slope of the line that is tangent to that point on the position versus time graph. Where the line touches the graph, that is called tangent. At that instant, what is the velocity, what is the position? By finding that slope, we can find the instantaneous velocity. Now what is acceleration? The rate of change of velocity with respect to time is called acceleration, and average acceleration is change in velocity upon time required for change. So it is a symbol for acceleration A, and change in velocity means v minus u. V is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, and t is the time. So A is equal to v minus u upon t, and simply we can say the rate of change of velocity is also called acceleration, and the symbol is A, its unit is meter per second square. If the body is moving with a constant acceleration, when velocity changes by same amount during each interval of time, the acceleration is constant. Means if the time interval is same and the velocity changes in the same amount in that interval of time, we can say that acceleration is constant. The relationship between the displacement, time, velocity and constant acceleration are expressed by the equation, and the equation we had seen in the previous video: v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square is equal to u square plus 2as. This is the three equations of motion in which the displacement, time, velocity and constant acceleration are expressed in the equation. And these equations apply to any object moving with a constant acceleration. We had discussed in this previous video also. And these equations use the following symbols: Vi is initial velocity, Vf is the final velocity, delta t is the time interval, and delta x is the displacement. And in many books, s is also used a symbol for the displacement. So delta x or s you can use for the displacement. Now these are the equations for the constant accelerated straight line motion. When the body is accelerating, an object has initial velocity. If the object has some initial velocity, then what is the equation? For the displacement, we will take average velocity into time. So what is the average velocity? Vi plus Vf by 2 into time. We have to find the velocity final. So Vf is equal to Vi plus at, and if you remember this equation, it is V is equal to u plus at. What is Vi here? Vi is initial velocity, that is we had learned in the symbol u. What is Vf? Vf is the final velocity, so we use the symbol V. So V is equal to u plus at. Now delta x is the displacement. So in the previous video we had learned about this equation. In place of delta x we had used s. Now s is equal to ut plus half at square, or here delta x is equal to Vi delta t plus half at square. And in the last, Vf square, Vf means final, so we can write Vf square is equal to Vi square plus 2a delta x. And if you remember this equation, V square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now for the object which is initially at rest, so we can change this equation. If we keep Vi 0 here, so what is the equation? First equation, delta x is equal to half Vf into delta t, means initial velocity of the object is 0. In the second equation, Vf is equal to Vi plus a delta t. Vi is 0, so we can use Vf is equal to a delta t. In the third equation, Vi is 0, so delta x is equal to half a delta t square. And in the last equation, Vf is equal to, since Vi is 0, so Vf square is equal to 2a delta x. These are the change of equation when the body is with initial or without initial velocity. Now this is all about this video, and in this video we are discuss about instantaneous velocity and equation of motion. Again, you revise this thing, see your NCERT book, find the topic from there and match the content which is taught in this video and solve the in-text question of the NCERT. And I will also give you some numerical problem to solve in the group. Till then, thank you, have a nice day.